What is going on, everyone? It is the Viking Weeb, and we're back at it again. This is episode 5 of the Gentlest of Men podcast. I'm here with my co-host today, Angel from the Bucket Brigade. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me onto this.
Dude, I'm so excited to have people from the Bucket Brigade. Both you and Wyatt have officially joined me. So this is super exciting for me because I get to join you guys over there on the Bucket Brigade. I'm really happy to have you guys over here, and I feel like that's how we really reach out and grab as many people as possible and show them how fucking hilarious we are. First of all, but second, they get to really see our chemistry because we have a lot of chemistry. Not me and you specifically, but like all three of us together have a lot
I
of
think yeah. I
chemistry.
think the way we kind of bounce off of each other is uh, something that not a lot of people can experience.
Facts, big facts. I don't know how Queso does it by himself. That shit's wild to me. But today is a special episode. As the last one was with Wyatt with the anime awards from Crunchyroll. This episode is very special because it was supposed to be done yesterday. First of all, but even though I'm tardy with it, this episode here is the beginning of October. It is Hallowed Be Thy Ween. It is the Spooktober season. It is Witchfest, however you want to call it. It is that time of year. It's everyone's favorite time of year, at least in my opinion. Angel, what is your favorite time of year, by the way? Before I start like hating on the other ones, don't fucking say spring.
Ah, no. Um, I'm in a place to where the sun shines more in like the summer, and it doesn't shine as much in the winter. So I enjoy the winter because we only get like 6, maybe 7 hours of sunlight.
Wow.
And I just genuinely enjoy it because I go to work. I go to work in darkness. I come back home in darkness, um, and it's
Wait,
just nice.
I mean, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not like working insanely long hours. Just I just generally enjoy. I enjoy the dark, and everybody in my office enjoys the dark too, which is just fabulous.
Yeah, this guy's a
So,
vampire. I didn't know. I'm sorry, but this is perfect for this time of year. Uh, so this really is a special episode. I didn't know we had a we. I didn't know the Bucket Brigade had a vampire. Man, this is really dope. This is like Interview with a Vampire
I
remastered
thrive in darkness.
again. But today's topic that I really wanted to hit on, and the reason why it's a special, is because I want to go through with Angel here all the different movies and TV shows that are necessary through this time of year. October is one of those like cozy months where you get a wrap up with a blanket, a book, maybe a little campfire or something, and you watch scary movies, and it's a vibe. It's a vibe. And so we're going to give you the necessities that you need to be looking at over the month of October, whether it be new, old, cult classics, you name it. We're going to be giving you the list of, at the bare minimum, what you need to invest your time into this October. So I normally would go first just because I have a large list, but I'm gonna throw you under the bus here because I know you're super more ready than me. Why don't you go ahead and read off? I mean, look, I can start it, but like, bare minimum, give me something. What's like the first movie or TV show? What's something that you go to as soon as October hits?
So I'm not much of a movie and like show watcher. But whenever I think of Halloween and like scary movies, I think of thriller movies, like thriller, like horror movies, like stuff like psychological horrors type stuff. Um, Something that like you watch and you feel like you just can't you feel like you're a changed person after the movie. Um, I would have to go with Midsummer.
Oh,
Really good psychological thriller. As Above, So Below,
oh,
which is another psychological thriller.
that's dirty. That's a good one too.
It's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite horror movies. The Knock at the Cabin, which came out in 2003. No, 2023.
All right.
It pretty much about these people were tasked to kill something to save the world, pretty much. And you can go check it out. And pretty much it's another one of those like psychological things that you kind of experience, because this family gets kidnapped and told that, like, hey, we have to kill you in order to save the world, you know
Is
so
doesn't Dave Bautista star in that one?
oh, I don't know. I'll be honest
Oh
with you.
man. Oh yeah, I think that's the one with Batista.
Who's Dave Bautista?
David the Batista, the wrestler, the big dude. I mean, you couldn't miss him. He's right
is
there.
is he's the one that's part of Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he does star in that.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, the range of David Bautista is crazy. But yeah, no, that was a great movie. I really did enjoy that. I was surprised with the ending, but I did like it. I did like that's a good one. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. Good good pick.
And this is one of my personal favorites. Not a lot of people liked it. In the Tall Grass.
Oof. Okay.
It's really great because it kind of just throws you for a loop. The entire thing is just throwing you for a loop. Like, I could not anticipate what was going to happen next. I didn't anticipate the ending. I didn't anticipate the middle of the movie. I felt like I was just on a roller coaster through that entire movie, which I genuinely enjoy. I was trying to figure it out. I thought it was called In the Field something. I couldn't exactly figure it out. I finally figured it out because I was searching it up. In the Tall Grass came out in 2019. It's about an hour and 30. But after that, I think this is going to be my last one. At least like at the moment. I remember watching this when I was younger. The Babadook.
Ooh. Okay.
I think it's another psychological thing because this mother just treats her kid like shit. And just the whole dynamic throughout the movie is just it's pretty good. You kind of look back and you're like, "Oh shit. God damn." you know, but yeah, I think so far those are my top like psychological horrors that I would recommend that people should watch during October.
I can dig that. Those are all really good choices. 100%. I genuinely wasn't expecting some of them though. I wanted you to say like what's the one called? Monster House? Is that the one, the cartoon one that everyone like references as a bad movie, but low key's a great movie?
I think it's a good movie. I love Monster House. I don't watch it all the time, but I think I watched it a while back, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good.
I did enjoy that one. You know
The
what?
the
That's the one on my list.
yeah. The story was good. It was okay. But it's a kids movie. You
Yeah.
know, it's just something for kids to get scared at.
Right. Not not grown adults. I'm not scared of the house.
You
I'm not, houses don't scare me. Centipedes and sharks scare me. You know what scares Wyatt? Centipedes, not sharks.
I oh yeah, we did that boss fight in
Right.
Elden Ring, and he was
Oh,
heaving, gagging, everything. And the man was not having a good time.
He's like, y'all fight it. He was the
Yeah, fine. I
opposite
can't.
of let me solo. He was like, I'm gonna let y'all do it.
Like I can't do it.
Oh man. So all right, cool. No, those were all very good. I like those. I have a list of a little over 31 movies because I put like, I'm not gonna, no, I'm not going through them all. I promise. I promise I'm not going through them all. I just have a list and I'm gonna give like the necessities. So
I, I also have a list
yeah, no,
that's not mine.
no, that was good. Um, so I feel like there are some very good cult classics that you have to address for Halloween. But that's like later in the month. And I don't want to get to the later of the month stuff yet. So, like yourself, I'm going to take a page out of your book and I'm going to go for the more maybe hardcore thriller, low key horror, not full Halloween vibe, but also not a, it's not a romance. I'm not going to go for no Hallmark movie. So I'm going to start off with Candyman. I feel like Candyman is almost a go-to. And I know that's giving kind of Halloween vibes, but I mean, you could watch the new one. I didn't see the new one, so I can't give an opinion on it, but the old one was scary, especially
I've
watching that as
never,
a child.
I've never seen this movie in my life.
Yo, Candyman's great. I'm sure if you watch it now, it won't be scary. It'll just be kind of cringy. It's like watching The Crow. The Crow is always good, which, by the way, is also on my list. If you haven't seen The Crow, that's top tier. Do not watch past two. You can watch for the first one, watch the second one, but once Brandon Lee is no longer the Crow, it's not applicable anymore.
What was that classic horror movie that it's about like a scarecrow or something?
Oh, you talking about Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Jeepers.
that's up there. That's up there. I would honestly put that as like a mid-October movie. Easy. Mid-October, right around when harvest starts. That's honestly, you could even go to the length of saying that's a early November movie. I could see it as that. But I'm gonna also say The Shining and Doctor Sleep because those, I mean, they go together. They're a pair. They're more of thrillers, still a little slasher, Halloween ish vibes. Very good for beginning mid October. I mean, I haven't seen The Shining in a minute, but I remember The Shining being like just this creepy movie, and like everyone in this building's going crazy, and there's like demons infecting people, and it was just a whole thing. And then I watched Doctor Sleep probably for the first time a couple months ago, and it finished the story so perfectly. I wasn't ready for that. And that combo would be great in October here. I know we already said Monster House, but what about Hotel Transylvania? Now I know it's a
It's
kids
light.
movie.
It's lighthearted.
Yeah.
I don't think I experienced any type of like fear or like scariness from it. Um, it's like the type of movie that, oh, you shouldn't be afraid of monsters,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
you know. But that's not the point of Halloween.
No,
Point of
you're right.
Halloween is being scared.
No, you're right.
Going to haunted houses, going to scary parties, dress up parties, like high schoolers scaring little kids and all that jazz.
Oh my god, high schoolers
But
scare little kids, bro.
happened where I lived.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
He's like
um
actually personal experience, yes, and I will find you, Derek.
um yeah, I think it's a good movie to watch before Halloween though.
Oh shit, so like we probably should have already watched it. Or are you talking like October 30th.
Before like the start of October is when you should watch it.
Okay,
Kind
fair.
of get
All right.
yourself into that, like, oh, like monsters, the Halloween vibe, vampires, the Invisible Man,
Ooh.
Frankenstein, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
um just kind of just it's like a soft introduction,
I
and
like
then
that.
you slowly increase it, get crazier and crazier as the month goes on. um but yeah, actually,
Yeah, Invisible Man. That was actually a good one. I haven't thought of that in a minute. That is perfect as well. It's a great vibe. It's a thriller. It's not full on Halloween, but it puts you in that realm of like horror, thriller.
since we're kind of on the topic of kids movies, Caroline.
Ooh.
I Caroline is definitely a kids movie.
Yeah.
However, it did scare me when I was younger. And it also, it gives it gives my heart a little, like pumping a little extra fast,
Yeah.
like, oh dang, I just think it's great. I think the psychological aspect of it is like really, it's done really well. And especially at the ending where everything kind of takes a turn, it's
Yeah.
just, it, that's the type of movie I feel like you should watch also as like an introduction, because it's not too scary, but it's like at the end it's like, oh, things are getting kind of crazy now. So maybe like at the end of the first week of October.
Oh, I can dig that. That was a good one. I did not have Caroline on my list. I'm in fact adding it to my list though. I didn't even think of that. Good one. But that actually spurred a memory. As soon as you brought up Caroline, the first thing I thought of was, oh shit, let me dive into it hardcore. What about number 9?
My fucking god.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I love that movie. I didn't
So
consider it
good.
a horror movie. I just loved it. I
But I
loved the
mean,
movie.
it
It was great.
captures that vibe.
It does. It does capture like the scariness of like being that small, or I guess what's the term?
I mean,
I guess being that vulnerable. There you go.
that's it. It's vulnerability.
That's great. I loved it. I loved that movie. Oh,
Damn.
probably. I can't believe I didn't think of that. One of my favorite probably kids movies is number 9.
Uh, well, if we're gonna stay on the topic of kids movies, which I will get us out of here eventually, I promise. It's a whole.
Eventually,
Eventually, it's a whole. But another really good one is Frank and Weenie. Oh no, you cut out. Uh oh, there he is.
I'm good. Frank and Weenie.
Frank
Sorry, I
and Weenie.
accidentally muted myself. Frank and Weenie. That's funny that you said that, because I was literally just looking at the Corpse Bride
Ooh,
series, in which
oh,
there's like the whole timeline of like, there's like Frank and Weenie, there's the one after it with like the boy and stuff, and
yes.
then the Corpse Bride, and then there's like the Jack Skellington, or like the Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff, which some say that they're all connected in some form.
See, I always thought the Nightmare Before Christmas and the Grinch were connected. Like the Grinch dies, his skeleton is Jack Skellington.
That is the first time I've ever heard of that theory.
Yo,
But
okay,
I do
sorry.
like that though.
It's
I
cool,
do
man.
like
It's
that.
different.
Because one of the movies, he tries to steal Christmas.
Yep.
He tries to become Santa Claus, and I think I think your theory of the Grinch possibly being Jack Skellington works. Works really well.
Hell yeah.
I
I'm only going to give a few more that are necessary. But
Hmm.
this one, I feel like, okay, so I'm gonna do a little lightning round. Actually, I'm gonna do a little lightning round, mainly
Hmm.
because these are all series. There's like multiple movies here, so I want to make sure I hit them all, and we can go through them if we need to. But I'm gonna start off with Twilight. Okay, we're gonna move from Twilight to Lost Boys, and from Lost Boys we're gonna go to Chucky, and from Chucky we'll go over to the VHS series, which, by the way, I have only seen VHS 1. I have not seen this series, but I feel like that is a hot button right there. Then we'll go to Jeepers Creepers 1 through 3, Nightmare on Elm Street, and the Halloween series. Oh, my bad. And Friday the 13th. He's in awe. I hit them all.
Sorry. Yeah, honestly, kind of. Yeah, I think you hit. I think almost every single.
I was just going for cult classics, honestly. I was just trying to get them all out of the way because I know everyone's probably like, well, he didn't say Halloween for a Halloween list. You're stupid. So I want to make sure I hit all the main ones real quick. We don't have to talk about them, but I want to make sure I get them in there.
So, Paranormal Activity,
Ooh.
the movie Unfriended,
Oh, damn.
right?
Good one. Good one.
And also The Quiet Place,
You know what? That's
which
also good.
it's scary. It's scary. I feel like it's scary. The Paranormal Activity series, great. You know, there's there's always some great. It's always great to watch.
The first one was scarring.
It was, and that's why they made like I think like 5, 6 more.
Dude, I think they went up to 7, but 7 hit like C grade movie,
Yeah,
like
it
filmed
just
on an
was.
iPhone 13.
It just wasn't that great. Unfriended. Unsure if you saw it, but pretty much it's all done through like a party call. Like so think of like Discord or like Skype. Skype for example. Everybody's in a video call, we're all just talking and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's all done through that perspective. And I just love it. I love first person perspectives. I love things that are like camera related. That's why As Above, So Below is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, you like that found footage? Oh, I got
That
something for you.
found footage. Oh, don't even get me started. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
I was just gonna say Blair Witch Project.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you see the Scooby Doo version of it?
Oh, dude.
Oh man, it's good. It's good. The Grudge, The Ring.
Oh, those are good too.
Some little lightheartedness, the scary movies,
Yeah.
and also the Haunted House series.
You talking about Haunted House series? Wait, hold on. Which one's that?
It's a haunted house. There's two of them. They're parody movies.
Oh.
But they're symbolized from Halloween, like from certain Halloween movies. The second one's all about Annabelle. The first one is like about paranormal activity.
Yeah.
They both kind of have a little bit of paranormal activity into them. Which another movies to watch, kind of like in the beginning of the month. Kind of just have fun, kind of joke around, or maybe movies that you finish the month off with. Probably maybe after Halloween. You watch it, kind of just get that scariness out of your body, and just have some good laughs.
No, that's fair. I like those. We actually missed two really good ones now that I think about it. What about Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Beetlejuice? Yo, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was great. And Beetlejuice might
I
even be better.
I have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have not watched Beetlejuice either,
So,
which I
at
am a
this point
terrible
in time
person.
in the
I know.
chat, normally I would disconnect from Discord and shut my computer off. But we're
And
mid
then
recording. I
good,
can't do that.
all the recording just gets lost. Um,
I delete it all.
like I said, man, I don't know what it is. I just haven't been much of a movie and like TV person.
Nah, it's fair.
But however, Beetlejuice, I really love Beetlejuice. Regardless of seeing it, I just love the idea of like you're looking in the mirror and you're like Beetlejuice, 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 and like he pops up behind you, and like so on. And there was another one like that. I can't remember what it was.
You talking about the game, Bloody Mary?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
that used to get me back in the day. I had
People,
friends that used to do that all the time. It was wild.
it'd be like, oh, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Why do I feel like this then?
Why do I just feel horror?
Yeah.
Um,
Some raw, unadulterated horror.
I know this isn't really much of a horror movie, and I'm sorry for going back to this, but
No, good.
Monsters Inc.
Ooh,
You know, similar to the
actually,
Transylvania series. Um, you know,
you know what? I
it
respect
involves
that.
monsters, kind of ingraining it. I know the Randall used to creep me out, or like take a spot in my brain that would just give me shivers. Um, I think it was just because he was a chameleon.
Damn, man, what you got against chameleons? I bet you never
It
played
was,
as lizard folk in Skyrim. Racist.
I did not.
Wow.
I think it was just the crawling around that really got me.
Fair enough. No, he did
Really
scurry,
like
and they
me.
did make it kind of unreal or unnatural looking.
It was just ugh, ugh.
You and Wyatt don't be liking things that crawl. That's crazy.
Charlie Brown and the Pumpkin Patch.
Ooh.
Just want to throw out that cult classic. I think
Okay.
that's a cult classic.
No, you're right.
Um, and there was one more, Casper.
Uh,
There's
uh,
you remember what they would always put on when we were younger, and it was always put on around Halloween. It was about a girl, and she would like get transported to like this witch's house, and there was a werewolf who kind of resembled like the unemployed uncle. Um,
it's always
there's
one.
the skeleton that always wore like a top hat or something, and like was kind of like the dad. The witch was like kind of like the mother. There was like a family of vampires, and they had like a little boy. Um, what was it?
Dude, that sounds so familiar. Like a
You,
fever dream. And I can't grasp it. Like I can see it as you're describing it. It's gonna bug
it
me. You know what? You need to go on a
uh,
little Google
uh,
journey, and I'll buy us some time.
all right, yeah.
Well, another one I didn't mention is the Scream series. Oddly enough, now I like the Scream series, but like the older stuff, I don't really like the new ones. That they haven't really got me where I want them to get me. It's upsetting. But definitely the Scream series. Uh, I know we already had mentioned Coraline, but for some reason, whenever we mentioned Coraline, another thought popped into my head, and then they kind of like they fed off each other. Do you remember Carrie, the movie about the
Yes.
girl at prom or whatever the hell? And
Yeah.
then that spurred Jennifer's Body. It's shoot, I forget the girl's name. She played in Transformers with Shia LaBeouf. Megan Fox. Megan
Is
Fox.
oh my goodness. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
That Piranha movie.
Oh no no no
Uh,
no!
the
I watched
Piranha
that in
movie,
theaters thinking it was good.
and then you know the one movie that hang on, I'll search it up. I'll search it up because I want to make sure I have it correctly.
He's looking up two things on Google at once, gentlemen, ladies, and gentlemen. He's doing it. He's beginning to believe. This is what Morbius felt like when he watched Neo fight Mr. Smith for the first time.
Oh, Teeth.
Yo, I'm so happy
For
you said that.
Piranha and Teeth reminds me of Jennifer's Body. Just because of one of the images I see like right at the very beginning. I think it's funny.
Yo, that is so good. It was such a bad movie, but it was so good. That's like on the level of Human Centipede, and that is not on my list, by the way.
Good. I'm happy because
It's not.
I don't want people to watch that.
No.
Just like how I don't want people to watch what is it? Two Girls, One Cup. I don't want people to watch that. I don't want people to no.
A fun bit of information: the director that made that movie actually still makes movies to this day, and they're all the same vibe. Don't look it up, please.
The movie I was talking about earlier was Scary Godmother's Halloween Spooktacular.
Ah,
I
actually,
love it. It
I
was
still I don't even recognize the title of that movie. Like I said, like I recognized it. I don't. I just remember the imagery.
what were we just talking about before? Before I said that. Hang on.
Carrie, Jennifer's Body, uh, Teeth.
Oh, I had something I forgot.
Uh,
Listen, Teeth, really funny.
that was good.
Really funny to me.
It's like a C grade movie. It was good as hell though. What else do I got here? Oh, Gremlins. But I didn't like how Gremlins became a series. I kind of just liked it regular, degular.
I think they really turned it lackluster.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as scary anymore.
Uh, Same thing with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters did make my list, but not anything after the first one. Let's see. Oh, this one's actually, I mean, this is a twofer right here. Edward Scissorhands and Sweeney Todd.
I liked Edward's Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd, I liked, the aspect of some movies become musicals, and that's okay. I'm just not a fan of when the musical is more of a musical than a movie. But watching it growing up, loved it. Loved it. Watching it now, I'm like, all right, let's get to the story. You don't have to sing every 10 minutes. It's story time. There was another one I was going to bring up after that. Edward Scissorhands, Sweeney Todd. Oh, have you seen Terrifier by chance? One or two?
No.
So
I
that
didn't
one,
even know that was a movie.
Terrifier, man, with the clown.
I'm looking
Well,
it up. Looking it up.
that
Looking it
one's
up.
up there. But also,
Oh yeah, nope. Definitely
damn.
not.
But what about what about Quarantine? I feel like that one's good.
I
Quarantine.
don't think I've seen it.
Damn.
This image does not look familiar to me.
Hills Have Eyes. Um, Hills Have
Nope.
Eyes.
Haven't seen that one either.
Ooh, Cloverfield.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god. If I say this next one and you haven't seen this one too, I'm gonna disconnect you.
Wait. Have I seen Cloverfield? Have I seen Cloverfield? I have not seen Cloverfield.
Fuck. All right.
But you know what I have seen
Hit me.
that took Cloverfield stuff?
What's that?
It's a parody movie. I can't remember what it's called.
God. I thought you were gonna say A Quiet Place for a second. I was like, wait a minute. I get it. I get why you'd go there, but no. But yeah, but yes for the list. No for they took it from Cloverfield. They could have though. 28 days later. But that goes with 28 days later, 28 weeks later. They're making a 28 months later. I'm upset. I'm upset at you.
No, I haven't seen it.
Don't worry, chat. We'll find one. We'll find one.
There's like what 7 days and like 6 nights or something.
7 days.
This is not what I thought that was gonna be. I'll keep it a buck with you. So just ignore that comment. Disaster movie. That's what it's called.
Oh,
It's a
disaster
parody.
movie.
Alvin and Chipmunks creeped me out forever. And still will continue to creep me out because they're gross. They got rabies and they're gross.
It's
and they're
cartoons, man.
they're not cartoons. They're puppetified in this movie, and they look horrendous.
Yo. Taxidermy style. It's wild. Well, I guess. All right, so 28 days and 28 weeks later, no. Ooh, 30 Days of Night.
Say again.
30 Days of Night.
30 days of night. No.
Wow.
Like I said, I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough. All right, well, I'm gonna name a few like more easygoing ones.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
hoping
let you
you've
know
seen
if
some of these. What about The Craft, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Fright Night? Literally any of those. I'm not gonna say The Last Witch Hunter because I'm not a Last Witch Hunter fan.
Uh,
But I will say Witch.
I Hocus Pocus
Okay.
sounds familiar.
I bet it's fucking better.
I don't think I watched it.
Dang.
I could tell. Actually, I could be honest with you. I'm 100% certain I haven't watched it.
All right, what about Sleepy Hollow?
Sleepy Hollow.
Johnny Depp. Ichabod Crane, Headless Horseman.
Nope.
Dang. All right, what about Amityville Horror? This is turning into an interview. This is turning into, have you seen this?
I think I have seen this one.
Oh, I was going to say, this one's a cult classic, too. It's hard to pass this one. Okay, I'm going to name this one. This isn't like a must-have for Halloween, and I know that's what this episode is about, but it does make my list of you should.
Damn. They got like 10 fucking movies of this shit.
Yeah.
One,
it was
two,
popular,
three,
man. They
four,
kept on
five,
remaking
six,
it and
seven,
then redoing
8, 9,
it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They got 15. They have 15 movies of Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I didn't know it was up to 15. Yeah, I was definitely tracking at least 2. But that's cool. You know, and then what's crazy, too, is we haven't even touched TV shows yet. We haven't even touched TV shows. There's so many limited series that I want to touch on, but I got to get through the movies first, man. I got to get through them. Darkness Falls. was so fucking good. It was about the Tooth Fairy, oddly enough, and a lighthouse, if I'm not mistaken. Darkness Falls was one of those movies that feels like a fever dream, but when I think about it, I genuinely get scared. In fact, there's only 3 real movies that have ever scared me in my entire life. And when I tell them to you, you're going to laugh at me. One of them was Darkness Falls, which, I mean, like, I wouldn't expect you to laugh at me about that. I mean, it was about the Tooth Fairy, but, like, it was genuinely scary. The Descent, which I didn't put on my list, but I probably should, because it did, in fact, scare me and scar me for life. I have still yet to go rewatch it after, like, binging it when I was younger. I've stayed up till the sun's come up because of that movie. The Descent was great. And 3, the last movie to ever scare me and make me not be able to sleep was it was a parody movie. It was the Scary Movie, the one with the Scream guy. You remember when he stabbed the girl in the chest and her like breast implant came out on the knife? That shit scared me. I was so petrified of that. And like I remember watching that parody movie and when he was doing the what's up on the phone. I
Was
was like,
that?
okay, that's the only thing that's gonna keep me from being able to fall asleep. Or the only thing that's gonna get me to fall asleep is knowing that that dude is still just a dude. And that only lasted for a little bit. Yeah, but that movie scared me. I watched that way too young. That was real fucking horror I had there. Yeah. But I also want to mention Pet Cemetery. I feel like that's a good one. It's an easy Stephen King, easy one. It's kind of scary. It's got the vibes. It never really scared me, but it's up there. And you can watch the old one or the new one. Let's see. I mean, with that also being said, you got a Children of the Corn. Sorry.
I think Children of the Corn is where the tall grass comes from.
I think you might be right, actually. I don't know for sure. Let's see. What else do I have on here before we can move over to mini series? Oh, The Thing. The Thing. That was a good one. So, contrary to popular belief, The Thing that came out most recently is actually a sequel to The Thing that we saw, like the original one. The original one, you see the guy, he's in a helicopter, he's trying to shoot the dog. That's how The Thing starts, the original one. The new one, which is, when I say new, I mean it's from like 2010, maybe 2007, somewhere there. It's still old, but like it's newer. That one was good. And if you watch them in order, it's even better. However, you're gonna, the older one's obviously not as great visually as the newer one. But The Thing was cool.
About my statement earlier,
Uh-oh.
they're just made by the same people.
Oh, fair enough.
They're just made by the same people, which is unfortunate.
So now this one was easy for me to say, and I feel like a lot of other people will agree. The Blade series. No way you're looking up Blade right now.
The Blade Runner or just the
Nope.
Blade movie?
Blade. With Wesley Snipes, the vampire hunter?
Yeah, came out in or he made an appearance in the Watch movie.
Yeah. He did make an appearance. I almost just had the guy from Fortnite moment. I was about to be upset with you.
No. I knew what he was from. I knew what he was from. I swear. But like, that was like the most recent thing he was in.
Marvel. He's the guy with the sword.
Listen,
I was about to die on that one.
there are 2 TV shows that I feel like have some horror aspects in them, like certain episodes and stuff. I know we were just talking about the Blade series, but I wanted to say this before I forgot about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he forgot.
No, the robots, death and sex, something.
No, no way you're getting that wrong. No way.
I'm
No
sorry, I
way.
forgot. I forgot.
It's
Uh,
Love, Death, and Robots, man. It's
Thank you.
Love, Death, and Robot, not Love, Sex, Robot. What the fuck?
Listen. I think those there's a moment where one of the shows has a really like gory or like really like it it does a shout out, I guess, to Children of the Corn. Um which is why I kind of brought that up. And then also Black Mirror, because there are some aspects to where it's horror, it's scary, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of Black Mirror. That's a good one. I mean, well, actually, also.
I know why you didn't think of it, because I was over here thinking what robots.
We gotta make that a real anthem. Robot, Sex, and Drugs by Chartoon Network.
And of course the Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah.
You
New
know,
and
for
old.
older and newer, there's scary stuff.
That
There's
is
scary
good.
stuff.
That is good.
Uh,
Can't believe sex, robots, and drugs, man. I'm still.
Dude, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember for the life of me.
Uh,
Oh, this is something I watched when I was younger, and I didn't understand what it was. Tales from the Crypt.
ooh, okay.
It was made from 1989 to 1996. I wasn't born yet, but
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
they started to, or they were doing like reruns of it and stuff like that. And I remember watching it, and like I wasn't creeped out, but I was intrigued by like the skeleton that would tell the stories, and like you know, I always
Yeah.
appreciated those moments to where like a fourth wall breaks, and like these are just stories. You know, regardless if you believe that they're true or not, these are stories,
Right.
which I enjoy.
Uh, I actually do enjoy a little anthology series like that as well. I do need to touch on a few more movies before I can move over
Go
to TV
ahead.
shows.
Go
I'm
ahead.
still
Go
stuck in
ahead.
them, man. I am gonna save a few though because I don't want to do them all because uh, I do
We
have
do.
high hopes for the end of October doing another special, and I'm gonna try to get both you and Wyatt. And
I
I'd
got
like
you.
to go through I'd like to go through not only some of the stuff we've already talked about, but there's some things I want to go over very, very specifically, and I want to get you guys' reactions on them. And I promise, not only you, but everyone watching this, I'm going to send them a list that I need them to watch before the 31st. He's smiling because he knows he's going to do it, not the other way around. Um, for those of you on picture mode only, he is in fact smiling at me. I think so. I'm actually to your west, by the way, or would it be
Uh,
east? Yeah.
I only smiled about that because I was like, "Fuck, I'm terrible at watching movies," but I will sit down and I will actually
There's only
invest.
like two. Well, okay, I lied. There's only three. Three in a month. I feel like you and Wyatt can both do that. They're
I
easy.
could
They're
knock
easy
out
kills.
more than three.
Oh shit. Challenge accepted.
Anyways,
I'm gonna
that
give you
doesn't mean give me
31.
fuck. I don't. Ooh, no, I could probably do it. I could probably
Hey.
do it. I don't want to do it, but I could
No,
probably
that
do it.
is fair. It's fair. Dracula Untold. Um, I dislike how much this movie gets shit on, but Dracula Untold is a great vibe. It's great for the Halloween season. You can watch it anytime in October. I feel like it genuinely is up there. But in addition to that, I should just say in general, the Dracula series, anything from Nosferatu to Interview with a Vampire, all of that stuff, great. Um,
I've never seen this movie in my life.
really? Dracula Untold?
No.
Oof. All right, make it 4.
Actually, I'm starting to like think we're going through a lot of movies, and I'm like, what have I done during October?
You're like, wait a minute. Is October really just another month to me? You did say winter was your favorite holiday, so I'm gonna when we get to do our specials during the Christmas season,
I
you
don't
better be
watch.
leading the fucking conversation.
I I, I won't. I don't like the snow. I just like the fact that there's less sun.
He's like, no, 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 you don't understand. I just like being nocturnal. I don't give a fuck about movies. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, you're all right. Fine. I'll just put that on Wyatt then. Wyatt's gonna have to figure it out. Let me see. I only have a few more here. Where we at? Oh, Van Helsing. Oh no. You know why we have so much chemistry between me, you, and Wyatt? Because when I'm pausing to think of something horrendous to say to you for not doing something or not have done something, Wyatt's able to fill in the hype man position to get me really rolling. And vice versa. For he's the hype man for you going in on me. Where's this man at? Let me get him in here for another special.
I have not seen Van Helsing.
Well, it's good.
I was
To this day,
I was
it is my favorite transition of a person into a werewolf that we've had on screen ever. Ever.
What about the Underworld series?
I was just about to say that next. You read my list, aren't you?
No. I haven't
Uh,
watched this either.
what? No way. No way you said that. No way.
I haven't watched it either.
He's like, you know what? I Googled the top 10 movies for Halloween. No, Underworld series is great. Great. I really do enjoy the Underworld series. I disliked 4 just a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's great. Honestly, it's great. And then I'm going to save my last 3. I save my last 3 for the final little shebang bang here in October. So just know the 3 movies that I recommend you watch on Halloween, those will be done on Halloween. That's the next special. I don't want to just out of the blue end though. After we finished up with movies, I do have some series I think we should touch on.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes. Now I'm going to ask you very politely if you've seen it.
Yes, I have.
Hell yeah. What'd you think, by the way? It got a lot of hate.
I understand why it got a lot of hate. I felt like it shouldn't have ended so loving,
No, that's
you know?
fair.
But what
I
do
did enjoy it, though. It was a good
what do
movie.
I know?
Honestly, not what I expected, but still really good. Still really good. Loved that they cast Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard? Is that his name?
You're talking about Shaggy?
Yeah, Shaggy.
Yeah,
Matthew
yeah.
Lillard? All right.
I think so. Something like that.
Oh my god.
Matthew.
Don't lead me to the wolves. Don't make it so the comment
Yes.
section corrects. Okay, cool.
Yes.
That
Yes.
that was on the dome
Yes.
piece too. Thank God. Thank
Yes.
God I know pop culture enough.
He it is him.
He's the one. He's just as good as Keanu Reeves.
They're making a Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
I heard they're actually making 2 and 3. I haven't heard shit about 3, but I know for a
I
fact 2's already filming.
I only found this out because I looked up Matthew Lillard and it says Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in 2025.
Oh, nice. Do they have like a month? Tell me it's October.
No,
Fuck.
no. It would make sense though if it was. Nope, December 5th.
You kidding me?
No,
That's real?
it says December 5th, 2025.
Bro, that's a significant date for me. I'm not going to tell you. Well, I mean, I'll tell you. So, December 5th. It's my birthday.
All right.
So, my birthday gift from everybody who watches this podcast is to make sure that I watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on December 5th. I watched you do that.
Good. I'm happy you did.
You know
It shows that I'm actually writing it down.
You know how many people I tell that to? Genuinely. You know, at work, there's